Hello, and today I will show you how to install the Wagtail website. Now, the first thing you want to do is in the folder you want to install the site in, you want to go to the navigation bar and type in CMD for command prompt to open up the Windows command prompt. Now, it is possible to open a CMD elsewhere and navigate to the folder, but I personally think this is much easier. Now, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a virtual environment. This virtual environment will be used to actually run the site using Django, which is a Python library used to develop and run websites. Now, what you want to do to create this virtual environment is you want to type in Python minus m VMV for the virtual environment, and then you can call it whatever you want, but for simplicity's sake, I will refer to it as envm. Now, once this is done, you'll notice that the environment is created in the background here. This will contain all necessary folders that you will need to get Wagtail up and running. Though we haven't downloaded all of them just yet, but this will be done in a command prompt using the virtual environment. Now, what we want to do is we want to activate the virtual environment. And you do this by typing env or whatever you've called the folder, / scripts with a capital S, activate, and you'll notice that it is now activated because to the left it will say env. Now, what we want to do is we want to actually install the files for Wagtail. This can be done by typing out pip install Wagtail, conveniently named. We'll hit enter. And you'll notice that it will start collecting all the files in preparation for them to be downloaded, and then after that, they will be downloaded. This might take a moment. The download might take a while, and I've now just cut forward so you don't wait about 2 minutes as it finished installing for me. The next thing you're going to want to do is you want to type in Wagtail start my site. And again, this will create folders in the background that will contain your projects, your Wagtail project titled My Site. Now, after this, we're going to navigate to the actual folder My Site by typing in cd My Site. So now you'll notice that the path within the command prompt has slightly changed as we're now in My Site. After that, we now need to install the requirements. The requirements are just other libraries or other software that is needed by Wagtail to run and operate properly. So we just type it out, pip install -r and then requirements.txt. This is because it is referencing a file in my site called requirements here. So we just navigate into it quickly. Yeah, it installs Django and Wagtail. Now, just going back to the Wagtail folder. We now want to type out Python manage.py migrate. Typing out Python manage.py migrate will allow for the database to actually run. This is just needed to get it set up initially, effectively. So the tables and everything have been created. We have a problem. Strange. Right. Did I type everything out correctly? I didn't. I typed out mange.py. You do not want to type out mange.py, migrate. We'll blip aside, so we'll begin migrating everything. And then once it is done, we'll move on to the second bit. Now, it's finished, didn't take too long. Now, what we want to type out is Python manage.py, and then this at mange.py again. Manage.py, create super user, all one word. Now what this will do is it will effectively create an admin, a super user. They will be given admin privileges on the side. So you might be given a default name like I am here, since I have my name associated with my computer. So I will leave it blank to just use that. You can type an email, it can be your email, it could be another email, it can be anything. Just for the sake of example, I'm just going to type out fake email guy incognito at gmail.com. And then the password, again, can be anything. It does have a password check on it to make sure it's not too simple. Despite that, I'm still just going to type out password 123 because it's quite simple and it's just for demonstrative purposes. So we'll say the password is too common, you can just type out Y to override this. Or if you want to go back, type no. So now we've created a super user, there's one thing left to do, which is to actually run the server. We'll do this by typing out python manage.py again, because they're all Django commands, and then run server, one word. And have I typed out manage.py again? I have. First time's a charm. And there we go. So now the website will be up and running. It will give you the address of where the server is running at. I've already typed this out in my Google Chrome, just for simplicity's sake. So notice beforehand the site wasn't up. Now that I refresh, it will not work. Why isn't it working? Okay, right. So I have fixed the issue. So all I simply did is rather than typing out, called HTTP as it stated up here. Where is it? There. I just typed out the IP address. It's now up and running. And yes, welcome to your Wagtail site. So you can join the community on Slack. You can look up documentation, you can look at tutorials, and you can look at the admin interface. So I'll just demonstrate the admin interface. So I typed out that my username was my name, and then the password was password 123. Signs me in, and now I am on the admin page. Right, so for the purpose of this tutorial, this is done. You can then begin to check out for yourself, look up other tutorials, how to use and create your web page. I hope this has been useful. I should have said at the start, this is for Windows 10. This is working as of 2021. And thank you for viewing my tutorial.